I would like to thank two people before we get this episode started. Two people. One, I want to thank scary Terry McLaurin for dropping 29 points last night in order for me to win my fantasy. I went 3-0 this week in fantasy football, all leagues 3-0. Well, not all leagues, my record, but this week I went 3-0, won every single league. And I also want to thank Jaden Daniels for giving Terry McLaurin and being probably the best quarterback Terry McLaurin has had in his long tenure in the NFL, which has been how long, Zach? 4 or 5 years?
At least I saw some
At
graphic that
least.
said he had like I think it's 12 different quarterbacks or something. I don't know. ESPN posted it today, but
Jaden Daniels is easily the
that's
best one
crazy
so far.
so
So
far.
far. So far.
I agree. I don't
We'll
know.
see.
When Alex Smith was there, it was pretty good too. Till
That's true.
he his whole leg
Episode 2,
episode
dose of Table Talk.
table talk. We're back. They,
Good
they didn't
time
think
with
they
good
didn't think we'd
people.
make it,
I didn't think we made it.
but we're back for episode 2.
Great time with good people talking about fun stuff, aka sports.
Always.
It's nothing more fun than sports and talking
Not,
about it.
not at all. Appreciate you guys tuning in for the second episode. Without further ado, I think we'll jump right into some college football breakdown for week 4 of the season. Is there a starting point you have in mind, or just go right off rip?
Um, Illinois.
Let's talk about it. Nebraska. Let's talk about it.
Illinois. Illinois put what we call BTA to Nebraska, belt to you can finish the rest to Nebraska. And I was shocked. I was shocked. I didn't think they could do it. Could be
So
wrong.
listen, I'm not familiar with Iowa like that. I'm gonna be honest. I'll say that a million times.
Illinois.
Or yeah, Illinois. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said it. Iowa. But no,
There you go.
I'm not familiar with Illinois like that. I know
Either.
I was familiar with the quarterback's name, and that's probably about it going into this. Nebraska's definitely been the more hyped up team, I think, just because look who they played last week was Colorado. Colorado.
Colorado, and they have Jackson. I'm sorry, Patrick Mahomes Jr.
Oh yeah. Patrick Mahomes Jr. You see his brother just
on their
committed to
team.
Nebraska too.
That's all that.
Jackson Mahomes Jr. But you know what? It was a good game. I watched the ending of that one and went into overtime. 31-24 was
I
the
watched
final
that too.
of that. I thought it was really pretty good, honestly.
It was entertaining.
Dylan
It was
Royale,
very entertaining.
3 touchdowns, 1 pick, 297 passing yards on 24 for 35 completions. It's pretty good. Not as good as Luke Altmaier,
Altmaier balled out.
21 for 26.
Altmaier balled
Less
out.
yards, but no picks.
Surgical.
I agree. I think
Surgical. That was crazy. Just tore the defense apart.
I agree. I think he displayed everything he wanted to be. I think one of his receivers had 2 touchdowns in that game.
I know you're talking about. Yeah, he had one in not in overtime and one in overtime.
Yeah. But that's all I got to say about that one, honestly. That was a
Yeah.
good
I don't know too much
I
about
thought
either
that,
team. If
yeah,
we still had East and West, Illinois would be winning the West right now. In
I
the Big
agree.
Ten, still had East and West divisions, Illinois would be winning the West right now.
I agree. 100%. But keeping with the Big Ten, I think let's just go right into um a game that made me mad actually. USC Michigan.
I want to say that USC blew it more than Michigan won it. And I think that's the case. USC blew it, bro.
I
If
agree.
they didn't have that complete meltdown in the first half, the second half they figured it out. They were exposing Michigan. If they didn't have the complete meltdown in the first half, and well, this is not surprising, a Lincoln Riley team that isn't physical and can't tackle. Never been the case. Lincoln Riley, one of the greatest offensive masterminds.
I agree.
Defense, I can probably call a little better than that.
Yeah,
But that was a complete meltdown by USC.
I agree. I still think overall USC has the better talent, has the better coaching offensively for sure.
100%.
Maybe not defensively. I know Michigan's got some good defensive coaches, great defensive players as well. But man, I was upset. When I saw it go to overtime, I was like, okay, there's hope. They can pull it out. And then that was not
Dang,
27-24 was the final score for that, unfortunately. I
that
did
was
not like it
bad.
at all. It was something I did like, Arch Manning.
That's true. That's true. And one thing about Michigan. One more thing about Michigan. I
Yeah.
hope Michigan fans don't get their hopes up about this game, bro. All
Well,
right.
aren't
I
they
don't
ranked?
want to hear. I don't want to hear any. We're back. None of this BS. Right. I really don't, because this is a USC team who, yes, they beat I'm a good. I haven't watched LSU since that first game. A good LSU team, I guess. In the first week, but bro, when you have, what did Alex Orji go?
I don't know, but he's
You're
a
not
running
going to
back.
be able,
I know he's a running
bro.
back.
7 of 12 for 32 yards. If you think you're just going to run through an MF's face for the rest of like the season, and especially when you get into these teams like, was I think they played, did they play Oregon?
Yeah.
Oregon, Ohio State. That's not going to be the case. It can work against, unfortunately, I hate to say it, a pretty good USC team with a horrible defense, and what, like Purdue and Northwestern and these other Rutgers. They can work against those teams, but when we start getting into the good teams, when the playoff, and late in the season, they start looking at playoffs, and you're playing against these big boy man children SEC big corn-fed kids down south. It's like, that's not going to work.
No.
So they can have it, honestly, but
Yeah. You know
they
what?
need to figure something out, because this is not going to sustain for the rest of the season at all, in
It'll
my
make
opinion.
when Michigan State beats them look a little bit better. But
Yeah.
now they are ranked 12th, unfortunately, and USC's 13. So
I guess that's okay. No, top 10.
that's whatever. But Arch Manning,
It's a
Texas,
pretty good debut.
beat UL Monroe 51-3. No surprise there. I thought it was interesting to see that Quinn Ewers also in his first game was against UL Monroe and also threw
Oh,
an
really?
interception on his first little stint, which is what Arch Manning did, which was crazy. But overall, I thought he did pretty good. He showed flashes of the
Yeah,
Manning.
no, 100%. I think they have Manning would start in about 95% of FBS Power
100%.
Five Group of Four teams easily.
100%.
So the fact that Texas has that depth is just pretty crazy to see. So I see no problem. I want to see how he does against like a Group of Five team, Power
Yeah.
Five conference team. Not necessarily more of like a Group of Four team, but solid debut. I can't
I
you
still
can't
think
discredit
despite
it.
the debut, Quinn Ewers is going to be QB1 to finish the season out.
Oh yeah,
However,
100%.
I think Quinn Ewers got to go after this year because they're going to want
Oh no, he has to. He has to. He
his
has to.
reps.
There's no way he stays. If he stays, Arch has to transfer then.
Oh, I agree. I
But
agree.
no, there's no way he stays. There's no way he
I saw
stays.
an ESPN graphic with Arch Manning in it, and it had his ID in the background. It was like a
Oh,
flag.
I saw it. I
That was
saw
pretty
that.
funny.
When after he got the dub, I saw that. I saw that. That was
And
hilarious.
among the Manning brothers, he had the second best start. I don't know if you saw
Behind
it.
Eli, right? Eli had
Behind
like four or
Eli.
five
Eli.
touchdowns, no
Eli. Oh,
interceptions.
and then Peyton
Yeah,
actually had
Eli
the
had like
worst start
crazy.
out of everybody. But
Yeah.
you know what? That's okay. He definitely had a better career than Eli, unfortunately. Um, but Eli will be a first ballot Hall of Famer this year, so we'll get into
Pretty
that
much.
another time. But next we had BYU against Kansas State.
That was the
That was
belt too.
that
I
was
was shocked. My picks did really bad this week. I'm not gonna lie.
yes.
We went horrible.
I
I
didn't
know
look
you didn't
I
do
didn't
the
look at the
CBS
final
picks.
standings of them, but I don't want to talk about them.
I know you didn't do the CBS picks, and I did, and they were pretty sorry.
Yeah,
But yeah, I was surprised in Mormon country
I
and
know.
at
You know
home,
what?
BYU hit the belt to
I
Kansas
I
State. That
found it
was
was
very
interesting.
surprising
Their quarterback's actually Jewish, which is like crazy because it's a
for
Mormon.
BYU.
Yeah. So like
It's
I don't know.
interesting.
I was making jokes with one of my friends up here, and we were saying, "What do you think what do you think the crowd's doing after a BYU win against ranked Kansas State?" Like, yippee! Let's go to bed. They got
Let's go to
church this
bed.
morning. You know,
Let's go to church
it
in the
was a
morning.
pretty
Yeah.
late game, at least
You
for
saw beautiful state though. I went there over the summer. Utah,
yeah.
Salt Lake City, beautiful state, beautiful city. I liked it. It's pretty cool. But
How
yeah,
about
I was surprised. I was not expecting that. Kansas State beat a really good team last week. Or they were undefeated coming into
I
this
forget
game. I
what
know
their
that for
yeah
sure.
they were undefeated. I forget what their schedule was though.
Yeah.
So,
Let me see.
but we can talk about in the meantime Colorado. Colorado had probably one of the best endings to a football game I've seen in a while.
That was crazy.
Regardless
That
of
was very
Baylor,
shocking.
Baylor's
I was
never
not
been
expecting
like
that.
that
I
recently.
picked Baylor to win that game too.
Really? Honestly, I don't blame you. I really don't. But
Yeah.
holy cow! So
That was
the final drive with 2 seconds left. I know you watched.
Yeah,
was
the Hail Mary.
Colorado dropped the ball. I thought it was over. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, I thought it was Raps.
But then Colorado, Shador threw a 43-yard Hail Mary to go to overtime, and they scored a
And
touchdown in
handle
overtime.
business in overtime. Yep, handle business in
And Travis
overtime.
Hunter shows up, says, "I don't think so." Forced a game-winning fumble at the 1-yard line, which is insane.
That was pretty
They
crazy.
reviewed that for a minute, and while they were still reviewing it, I don't know if you saw the crowd storm the field.
They shouldn't have been reviewing it for that long. It was
I
clearly a
don't think they
fumble
should have
before
reviewed
he
it that
reached the
long,
goal
but
line. No,
I still don't think they should have rushed the field. It's Baylor. Like that's not a
no,
rival or anything.
it's
At least
not.
not that I know
I
of.
don't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't
Maybe
know
they're
Colorado
getting.
history like that. I don't know what the Buffs
Maybe
feel
they're
like
getting
that.
into this narrative. They're not even getting into this narrative that like maybe we're not that good, so we gotta take every little. I don't know. I don't know, but
I don't
big
know.
win for though. Big
However,
first.
that
Big.
was a great ending. I truly was
Yeah,
impressed.
great ending. They're 4-1, 3-1, 3-1,
3-1.
three
3-1.
and one. I'm
Sweet
tripping.
four coming up.
Yeah.
Or
So
no.
they're already almost at how many wins I believe they had last year.
Yeah, because they were under 500, which is crazy.
They were like, weren't they 4-8 last year, I believe?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, so
Which is
we'll see how
insane.
they finish it off, but that was pretty crazy. Yeah, to your point, bro. Like Travis Hunter's a dog. Whatever, you
You
can't
see,
argue
he
that. Like,
said in an interview the other day he wants to go play wide receiver and corner in the NFL.
you think that's possible?
I mean, it just depends where he goes, right? Like if you go, it's hard to say because like obviously if you went and go played for a coach like Bill Belichick, that's not happening. Or any of these great coaches. Andy Reid ain't even letting that happen. Let's be honest.
Mm-mm.
The amount of injuries that have happened this year in the NFL already, I know my fantasy team's almost done for the year, which is crazy to think. Um, I don't think he should. He got hurt last year playing both sides. Could have been
Yeah,
avoided. He only played one, but it just takes a huge toll on the body. So we'll see.
it
Which
does. And you're going against you're going against elite.
yeah,
Like they're in the NFL. You can't get any higher than the NFL.
no,
This is
they're
like
really
the
the best of the best you're
plateau,
going
the
against.
best of the best you're going against on a weekly basis.
I don't know that he could continue being wide receiver one and corner one. In the NFL. I think
No, not at all.
I truly think he'll have to make a decision, or the team's going to make it for him. Whether
Yeah,
that be just like I'd rather have him a corner. Honestly, he's a great corner.
he's a great corner.
But whether that be he's wide receiver 3 or 4 on the depth chart, like I will 100% if I'm a team, I'm putting him in on those deep Hail Mary game-winning plays. If we
Yeah,
need to score a touchdown, I'm putting him on the field. Even though he's a
I
corner,
can.
I still think he has the abilities to compete.
I definitely can see him being more of like having a starter role or a higher role as a corner and still be like, I don't know, why do they get hurt, team gets hurt, he's on the team, they're down some receivers, put
Yeah,
him in.
I
I
agree.
can I can see that. But I this shouldn't be like he shouldn't come in the league like, okay, we're gonna play you offense, defense. You need to like
Oh,
pick either side
you
or
need that
have them
break.
pick it for you and then just put him lower on the depth chart for the opposite position. But I do think he can still, with his talent and ability, make an impact on both sides of the ball,
I agree
100%.
100%. And I think he shows the athleticism. That's not the issue. I think the only issue is longevity and him staying healthy. Um,
100%.
he could definitely do both, but I think in terms of him staying healthy, he needs to pick one. But I could be wrong. What do I know? Um,
We'll see.
Next up is Michigan State football, and that one hurt.
I didn't watch the game, did you?
I did, yeah.
I heard I heard that Aiden Childs easily, if Boston College weren't wearing oven mitts for gloves, that he could have had like 6 picks.
So before I even comment on that, I want you to remember it was pouring rain. Okay. You remember when
Yeah,
you played football, it was hard to play in the rain. It really
horrible.
was. And on that note, yeah, he could have thrown like 8 picks. um,
Jeez.
some of
That's
them
not
weren't his
good,
fault,
bro.
I will say. Like, I think he had
Okay.
3 picks, no touchdowns in this game. And they weren't all his fault. Like, they're just simple mistakes. It's wet. He overthrows it. It's wet. The ball's wet. He throws it way behind Jack Veerling. Pick. Like, I don't know. I'm not mad about the picks. I really am not. I think we still could have won the game. But it's hard to win the game when he goes 17 for 35, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, that's bad. 241, no touchdowns, the interceptions. That hurt. That stung a little bit. Not gonna
I
lie.
got to say, my score predict was pretty close. I'm pretty sure I said it was going to be 28-21 for that. It was 23-19. I was pretty close.
That was pretty close. That was
So,
pretty close.
And I did
Does
say
this
Boston College
change?
win, unfortunately, but
It's just like, did we bite off more of we can chew or like kind of over exaggerate
if you
on
would have told
Childs a
me,
little bit?
no,
Huh?
if you would have told me Michigan State had the opportunity to be 4-0 and ranked this year, I would have been amazed. I would have been
Yeah, that's
shocked
true. That's
based
true.
on last
Coming
year.
into the season, we didn't expect that. We didn't have this highest expectations. I
We're
feel like we've already exceeded expectations
three
so
and one
far this
now.
year. Yeah,
3-1.
3-1.
So
Lost to a really good Boston College team.
yeah, listen, at the end of the day, I think he's still young. You know, this is I keep saying that.
100%.
That's
Yeah,
probably going to be a
you
theme
should.
that you hear me say a lot throughout
Yeah, he is. He is. He is. He
football
is.
this year. But he'll learn. What I do say is the end of the game, the way it ended, was we could have won it. We really could have. But he played hero ball instead of the smart decisions. We had like 30 seconds left in the clock, no timeouts, maybe two timeouts actually, if I recall, and he just lobbed it to the end zone when
Big.
we didn't need to do that. We had plenty of time on the clock, you know,
Go big.
but he threw a pick. Yeah. So,
Mm,
because he played hero ball
that's
at the end of the
unfortunate.
day. Like,
Yeah,
but
yeah, play
also,
smart.
just to put in the context, we were missing four wide receivers this game.
Four of our top five wide receivers are out.
We had some guys step up,
Need
which
them
was
back for this week
great.
for sure.
But then they started double coveraging. I think it was Monterey Foster, number 3.
Hmm.
He
Oh,
was
okay,
in double
yeah.
coverage
So
because they knew
obviously,
Aiden Childs kept
yeah.
getting it
Then
to
he's the
him.
only
And
guy
it's like,
that
okay,
he's
well,
really the only guy that we could throw to.
yeah,
We have Ohio State this week though, and I'm a
yeah.
little scared for that. I'm a
I
little
don't know if
scared
I'm
for
going to stay
that.
the whole time at that game.
Well, it's a night game too, right?
Yeah, it
7
starts
p.m.
like
kickoff.
7 or 8, something like that. But
That's a
I
risky.
don't think I'm gonna stay for that entire game. We'll see. You never know. It could be close. We'll see. I don't think they pull out the win in that one. But
Either.
we'll,
Yeah.
we'll jump to that when we get to the score predicts.
Yeah, we'll get to it. We'll get to the picks. Yeah.
So let's talk about the NFL.
I'm going off script, Zach. We have a defense. We have a defense.
We
We
we,
have a defense, Zach.
we
The
might have.
Detroit Lions have a defense. Watch it.
We
We
were a
have.
little hurt. We'll get into this later. We'll get into this when we get there though, because we got some issues now. But
I'm sauce.
our picks were not the best this week. I'm gonna just say that I finished one under 500. I know you finished
500.
a little jealous, but you know what? To be fair, the one pick I had different was the Titans. Never making
Yeah,
that.
I'm sorry.
I don't care.
When you said you were picking Will Levis, I was like, okay, Zach, what are we doing?
I was optimistic. Surely he can't have a third bad showcase. Clearly, I'm wrong.
I'm pretty sure
Um,
they took another. Like, I'm pretty sure he's like 3 for 3 on like crazy pictures.
yeah, that was this week's was a rough one. I
Yeah.
thought it was actually pretty funny. I still think my favorite though is him flying, or him honestly
No,
him
yeah.
this
There's no
like
this.
that
He would have gone like this.
in the
He would
middle
have
of
gone
a
like
play.
literally
Is
just like
crazy.
this. Like just that
In
was
the
the
middle of
funniest
a
one of all
play
time.
is
He can't beat
actually
he
insane.
can't beat that. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't trust anyone who puts mayo in their coffee. I'm sorry about that.
You know
It's just
what?
me.
That is the biggest, I think, red flag in the history of red flags. And he even is sponsored by a Mayo company, but
Mayo cologne. I saw like mayo cologne. I was like, okay,
yeah,
whatever.
I'm good.
Just
Never
nasty.
never picking the Titans again for this season. We're just gonna say that. I don't think. Unless some crazy injury happens or some crazy trade, but right now it's gonna be a hard pass up for me. But let's talk about something a little bit better. How about them Giants?
That was a solid performance. Malik Neighbors is balling out.
Malik Neighbor, the Giants.
Giving his situation with the QB,
Malik,
I gotta give him
you know
credit.
what? This
I
is
give
gonna
credit where
cause
credit's due.
this is gonna cause a problem because Malik Neighbors is about to earn Daniel Jones another year. He really is.
Probably.
On another note, Daniel Jones performed better than some other quarterbacks this week, and
Malik Neighbors is easily wide receiver one. That's so
oh,
obvious.
he's gonna be a top 10 receiver at the end of the year. He's like number 2 or 3
You
in
think
fantasy
so?
right now. He's like number 2 or 3 in fantasy at least. Because who else are they gonna throw to? But listen,
That's true.
they won. That's all that matters.
Against the Browns. Against a
They
pretty
won
good
in
Browns
15.
defense. It's
Yeah,
a great Browns defense. Browns look awful.
yeah.
They
They
1-2.
Yep, 1-2 now. It's crazy. It's almost like they had a franchise quarterback and got rid of him. I can't put my finger on why, but he's
Yeah.
balling. Not this week, but he's balling.
Not this week, but
Uh,
compared to the QB they have right now, they should
you
have
know
kept
what?
him.
Yeah,
They should have kept
I
him.
agree, 100%. He should have never left. He got them their first playoff win. I
Yeah,
saw
this is dumb.
some
This
memes.
is horrible management. They
I
did
saw
to
some memes
themselves.
earlier in the week that had a throwback to them opening I don't know if you remember, they had the locked Bud Light fridge at the Cleveland Browns stadium because they went winless for so long. And after
Oh yeah,
then they
yeah,
cut
yeah.
all the cages off and everything. I've been seeing all those memes again lately, but not sure why, but a little throwback. Um, let's talk about the Texans.
Texans got whooped.
CJ Stroud did
Like
not look good.
whooped.
It was
I didn't watch the game. Like I said, like due to like just where I'm located, I can't watch half of these games, but saw highlights, saw the score. I was surprised.
yeah,
This this might have been the most surprising score or performance this week, at least for me.
I agree. There's one more, but in terms of score wise, this was probably the biggest.
Yeah. Yeah. This was a surprise.
Sam Darnold might be a good quarterback.
I think he might be MVP frontrunner right now.
Something like that. I saw that too. It's crazy, like when these young quarterbacks come and sit behind veteran-led teams for a minute, they develop. It's crazy how that works, right? I saw some things saying Sam
Who
Darnold's still
would have
young,
known?
like half the
Who would have
quarterback in
known?
the league. But
Who would
um,
have known? Who would have known like sitting and learning behind a vet can actually help you in the long term?
why would you ever think that? I'm hoping. On that note, I'm hoping that comes around for Hendon Hooker.
Brandon Hooker. Brandon Hooker.
Not,
Brandon
not,
Hooker.
not to, let me knock on the wood desk right here, but listen,
Brandon Hooker.
Sam Darnold is doing a great job. He leads the NFL in passing touchdowns now.
Mm-hmm. He had
Wow.
a crazy, passing touchdowns. I think only 2 interceptions in a year.
Yeah.
Um, Passer rating, I think like throughout the first 3 games, like 117, really good.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, he's been balling out.
If you had
Justin
told me
Jefferson looks happy.
Justin Jefferson looks amazing right now. I
And
saw,
the crazy part is
huh?
they don't even have Jordan Addison.
That's true. Imagine Sam Darnold with more than one weapon. If you would have told me
They don't
Sam
even have
Darnold is
Jordan
the best
Addison.
quarterback
I
right
need
now,
him to get back too because he's on my fantasy team as well. So he needs to come
oh,
back expeditiously.
he can stay out then. Honestly, it might benefit some other people. Um, let's move on to the Broncos, which is the other game I thought was an interesting
That
sport.
was surprising too. Like, and that just made me so furious because we played the Bucks last week and
Yes,
they looked like at we made them. Oh my gosh, Zach.
this this hurt. This one hurt to. I didn't watch this one live. I saw the
Bo
score update and I
Nix.
was
I saw
like
the score.
confused.
Bo Nix, bro.
I listen. I'm just
If
confused
you
as you are,
if you
honestly.
would tell me coming into this year that Bo Nix would play better against the Bucks than Jared Goff, I would have slapped you across the face. That
I've
is
been so
absolutely
confused.
absurd.
I thought you were lying, but that's the reality of it. And
Wow.
listen,
It's complete
Buccaneers
no. They
did
played
not
like
come to play.
dog water.
Yeah,
What is that?
they
Yeah,
didn't come to play. That's all.
at all. That was horrible. Yeah. I think they were still on their high horse from last week. So
I agree. I mean, beating us is it's going to be an accomplishment this year,
I mean,
apparently.
after the implications of what happened last year, I get it, but
Yeah,
still, yeah, that
wasn't
was
happy.
bad.
Still wasn't
26-7.
happy. Steelers 3-0 on the year are again arguably the worst undefeated team.
Oh,
They did
100%.
this. They did this with Mike Tomlin when we were what 3, 4 years ago, something like that.
I think Chris Boswell is their leading scorer right now.
That's insane. Truly. I saw some
Three and
ESPN
0.
stats said there's been less touchdowns scored this year than field
Oh
goals,
yeah,
something like that. And I was
yeah. So far, yeah, it's
amazed.
just like the first time it's happened in a while. I saw that too. I saw that too. It's been crazy.
I don't know if that means our defensive talent's just getting better or if
Just
there's just
offenses are
fall
just
off right
getting
now
worse.
for offensive struggles. Um,
Offenses,
but
but
Steelers did
yes,
beat the
Steelers.
Chargers.
They beat the Chargers.
They
Did
did.
Herbert play?
Yep.
I know he was kind of listed as questionable coming into it.
Oh, he played.
He did play. I did hear that their first round lineman Joe Alt got like an MCL sprain or
Oh,
something.
I
He got
didn't
hurt.
even
He got
know
hurt.
that.
So he'll miss some time. So we'll see how that affects the Chargers. But yeah,
That's
Steelers are 3
great
and 0.
offensive
Okay,
lineman.
okay. Do you keep playing with and so far winning with Justin Fields, or because I don't know why something in me is like when Russ gets help, they're gonna try to put him in, and I don't think they
I
should do
agree.
that.
I think
I don't think they should do that.
I was having this conversation with my roommates on Sunday. I think they're gonna do that, but what I think they should do is just If it's not broken,
Write it out.
then try and
It's not
fix it. You
broken.
know,
Don't fix it. Write it
Justin
out.
Fields is proving he's a starting quarterback in this league. He truly is.
Until he gives you a reason. Yeah, don't do
Exactly.
anything. Don't fix
No,
anything.
I mean, unless his stats go down or something, I still think
Yeah.
you let him start. I'm all for an open competition. Best man wins. I think that'll bring out the
Yeah.
best in both quarterbacks. I just think right now it still needs to be
Right
just
now, it's not, you're
until they get
winning.
that
You're
first loss.
winning. You're winning. Defense is holding. That's what it is. The defense is carrying them low key, but
Yeah.
your defense is
Yeah.
holding. You're just getting by. Apparently, that's what you need right now. You're just getting by. And
Yeah.
if just getting by means I put another game in the win column, then I'm not gonna. Okay, on next week we'll do the same thing. Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop us. They
Exactly.
should not. Yeah, they shouldn't shy away from Justin Fields. He's proving everyone wrong. I wonder how he would have done with Chicago this year.
You know what? I was laughing so hard. I imagine if he was still with Chicago.
I
The amount
think
of
they'd be undefeated
offensive
right
talent. It's weird.
now.
It's crazy. These Chicago quarterbacks are doing better outside of Chicago with less offensive talent than Caleb Williams is with this insane offensive talent.
I keep telling people they should have kept Justin Fields. I'm sorry. That's
I
just my
agree.
opinion.
I truly agree. Resign him. You don't even. He would have probably stayed for not like a full max, like a rookie.
Yeah, a couple more years,
Uh,
and then focus on the O line. Because that seems like
they
to
could
be
have got
the demise right
insane
now of the
weapons at that point.
Bears. Yeah,
They could have got even Joe Alt, not first pick overall.
exactly, exactly.
He would have.
So anyway,
I think
yeah,
they always struggle with quarterbacks, and that's just going to be a reality.
Rams and 49ers. That was a good game.
I didn't watch this one.
I didn't watch the one either.
However, makes me smile.
49ers are 1-2 right now.
We got to factor in the injuries that they have, though. Kittle didn't play.
That's true.
Debo didn't play. I know they had a couple others.
CMC's out.
CMC, yep. I know IU
Uh,
played, and people burned his
IU
jersey
played.
after the game. Not great for my fantasy team there, as he's my wide receiver one. But
He's been playing really bad so far this year.
my fantasy teams are always bad. Let's be honest. Um,
I'm sorry, I said IU, not your fan. It's not too
my
bad.
fantasy teams are bad, but yeah, IU's terrible right now. I don't know what's going on. Um,
But yeah,
yeah,
this is I'm worried about them though. Like, I'm not worried about the 49ers. Like, I still like even last year, they went like a 5 game like losing streak and they still made it to the Super Bowl, like
they're
mid-season.
gonna make the playoffs. That's just the inevitable, unless they have some
This is the nature.
guys
Unless
stay
they're
hurt.
injuries, that's it.
I think it's gonna still be a little rough.
Yeah.
Road. They might just take a second to catch their stride for everybody to get healthy. But
Yeah, I agree. We'll see.
yeah, let's talk about something we both watched.
We have a
The
defense.
Lions and Cardinals. We have a defense.
Carry on Arnold. Carry on Arnold did this to Marvin Harrison Jr. Box.
I'm all
I think I
for
saw
it.
like 30 something yards, maybe 1 or 2 receptions. That's a no
Yep,
touchdowns. That's it. I'll take that any day.
every day.
Any day. That's a great defensive game. Like
It
that made
really
me
is.
so like excited.
Compared to
Like
where
that
he
was a
was,
wonderful game.
compared to where he was a week ago, where he got like a whole bunch of pass interferences and stuff like that,
Yeah,
he really showed improvement from a
he
week to
showed
week
out.
basis. And this,
Him, yeah, Kirby, CD,
yeah,
CD3, Brian Branch, still a dog. Like
always. I'm a fan.
our
I
defense
love
team, I'm
seeing
a
Brian
huge fan.
Branch on the field, man. I know it's him because he has the little green mouthpiece
Yeah,
sticking out the back of the
that
helmet.
green
Even the
mouthguard sticking out
announcers
the
were
top of his
commenting, they're
head.
like, why do you even have it on if it's just going to stick in the back of your helmet? But
And that just makes
hey,
people know who he
keep
is, I
doing it.
guess. I don't know.
Keep
It's been
doing
working. That's it. Yeah, don't
it.
if you're not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great. I was proud. Oh, that was a
I know
great
you saw
game.
that lateral play. That
Ladder.
so
Was it?
that was amazing. It was a pass to Amon Ra,
Yeah.
and Amon Ra had a backwards lateral to Gibbs, and Gibbs ran it in for a touchdown.
Ben Johnson specialty right there.
He redeemed himself after
He
a
redeemed himself.
after a rough week.
I agree. I think he redeemed himself. I still don't think our offense is where it can be
Oh,
though.
I agree. Still tons of
But
room.
golf played a lot better. I was happy with golf's play, especially in the first half. He was perfect. He was like 13 for 13.
Yeah.
I think 2 touchdowns in the
Wow.
first half.
Wow. Yeah, there was that one interception that was called because they said it was a delay of game. I don't know if you saw that. That was terrible. We got saved by the refs there. We really did.
Really? Okay,
We did not.
I'm not.
We snapped it before that 1 second thing, but they said it was. Yes,
No, we didn't. No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
it
No,
was
we
on the
didn't.
1 second mark when in the replays and everything.
We didn't, Zach. I saw the picture. I was watching it real time.
I was too.
It hit 2 minutes. It hit 2 minutes before I sent you a
Oh,
picture. It hit
I-
2 minutes. It hit 2 minutes before he snapped it.
I
was so
think
confused
we
why
were
everyone
bailed
was
there.
like, I was so confused about why everyone was like making such a big deal. Like I saw it real time. I saw replays of it. I saw pictures of it. Frank Ragnow still had it in his hand when the clock hit 2 minutes, and that's
Looked
why I
like
was like, okay,
it looked like
it's
it was
on to the
scratched on
next.
my
Like,
screen, but that's
okay,
regardless.
but yeah,
I'll take it. I really will.
yeah. I don't. I thought it was pretty clear and dry and
Yeah,
cut that we were just 2 minute warning before he snapped the ball. But regardless,
listen, take it. 2013 victory. I love that.
2013, yeah. Turning 13. Bro, let me tell you something though. Looking forward to this week with the Lions home against the Seahawks. We all know how that has gone in the
Monday
past.
night, right?
Monday Night
Yeah,
Football.
well,
If Geno Smith waltzes into Detroit and does some absolute beat up his, I promise you,
he has in
he
the
has
past.
his legacy games. He has his legacy games against us, and I don't know what it is. If he waltzes into Detroit and comes out with a victory, I'm going to lose my freaking mind.
I agree.
I can't take it.
I
Like it's
Geno
actually like
is
a
still
curse.
questionable. I have him in fantasy as well. That's the only reason I know that. He hasn't played
Oh,
since
Geno's
what?
questionable?
Huh?
Geno's questionable?
K9.
Oh, K9.
K9's out, so they're what starting Zach Charbonnet.
Charbonnet. Yeah,
Um,
Charbonnet.
who's probably not liked here, honestly, because he transferred from Michigan to UCLA.
Yeah, to
But
UCLA. Yeah.
I think on another note for the Seahawks, I think Tyler Lockett might be wide receiver 3 now, and Jackson Smith might be
Oh,
wide.
and Jigba's too.
Yeah, I think I based on receptions and stats this year, I think that's what DK is still gonna be one, but um,
Who
uh,
would you put on DK? I'm a little worried because obviously he's a good wide receiver, but he's not to me like not top 10. But he's just a big body.
he's
And I
very
just feel
physical
like
dude.
you can't put physical, just big body. Like you can't I don't want him in like one-on-one situations with like
No,
Terry on. Like I kind of need CD to kind of
we'll need
follow
that.
him.
We'll need our safety
Carlton
to stay
Davis.
roaming, and
Yeah, and
whether it's
safety help
Brian
over
Branch
top.
or
I want I want Carlton to follow him everywhere. I don't want Terry. I'm sorry. I love you, Terry on. You're great. I don't he's just big. He's just so
yeah,
big.
it's gonna
He's
be
massive.
a little rough, but that's okay. So moving into the Chiefs, another game they were saved by the referees. Uh,
Yeah,
clear pass interference call at the end there, but
it was.
who am I to judge?
And Rasheed Rice got me some points, one fantasy, so I'll take it.
Did he get you any points? Oh,
Rasheed
Rashid
Rice, he
Rice.
went for like
My bad. I was
29.
thinking of the Saints receiver, Rashid Shaheed,
No,
who,
Rashid
who I
Shaheed.
started this week and got 0 points for the first time. So that's sick. Um,
I'm one. Actually, believe it or not, I'm one. I won one of I think it was in our league. I won a fantasy game. I think it was in our league. Hold on. I won a fantasy game and my tight end scored 0 points in our league. Uh I guess who? Guess who my tight end was?
I don't even know.
Zero. He
Oh,
put up
Mark Andrews.
0 points.
Isn't it Mark Andrews? Yeah, that's what I thought.
And I still won. I don't know how I
We've
did,
had him
but I
like
still
3 years
won.
in a row now.
I have.
This might
And
be the last year
he's
for him, honestly. I don't know what's
yeah,
happening. So, moving on to the last game here for the NFL, the Bills.
that was belt.
Yikes.
Josh Allen is showing that he doesn't need Diggs at all.
I saw some stat that was like Josh Allen is living the life right now. Not only is he dating Haley Seinfeld, but he is having fun. He's destroying these
Looks like
grown
he is.
men, and he's throwing great games still. Clearly, he clearly I'd rather have depth over a star receiver right now, honestly,
Oh yeah.
because that is what's working for them.
That's working for them. Like it's not even funny. Like this is like he's playing like an MVP right now too. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
He was
He should be top
23
three
for
in
30,
MVP.
23
Hmm.
for 30, 263 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks. I
That's
don't think you can
and
have a
that was
better game
he
than
throws
that.
more touchdowns in the first half.
Yeah, that's crazy. But
Yeah, that was Keon got
Keon
his
Coleman
first
first
touchdown,
touchdown.
NFL touchdown.
I
First
started him in
NFL
one of my
touchdown for
fantasy leagues
Keon.
this week, so I feel like
You
every word
did?
out
Oh,
of
that's
my mouth right
cool.
now is
How
fantasy.
many points did he get? How many points did he get?
He was like at 9 or something like that, which I'll take because he had 0 last week. Um,
Yeah, no,
that
that's
hurt.
fine.
But
We'll see
listen,
him more as the season
the
goes
first
on.
of
We'll see him
many,
more.
the first of many.
We'll see him more. We'll see
Um,
him more.
something I forgot to add actually on here for the NFL was I
Yeah.
want to talk about the
Talk to
Panthers.
me.
Just want to briefly talk about Andy Dalton
Is
getting
it Bryce
a
Young,
win.
Zach? Is it Bryce Young?
Going back to what we said earlier, I think you need these young guys to develop behind a veteran. The Red Rifle was a great
He's
veteran
on
when he was your
fire. They put him into the
AJ
fourth.
Green then. He was insane.
Bam, like, heck yeah.
No, I'm talking about Andy Dalton when he was in Cincy.
Oh,
He was a
Dalton.
great player. You know,
I agree.
I think this is good for Bryce Young. I don't think they trade him. I think you still keep him,
No, they don't trade him.
but I think you just need to let him sit and learn because
Yeah.
and who better
If
to
they did,
do it behind, you know?
yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah, no, you can't trade your first your number. You know how much they gave
I
up for
saw
him?
multiple teams were inquiring about it, but no, I don't think you should.
Yeah.
I
They need
think
the Dolphins need him. But
yeah.
anyway.
No,
But yeah, no, you
I
can't
saw
trade
some
him.
three-team trade that had Matthew Stafford going to the Dolphins and Bryce Young going to the Rams, and then the Panthers were just getting compensated like picks and stuff like that. And I kind of liked it, honestly. Gives Stafford new scenery and receivers because the Rams season might be I wanted to say before their game this week that it was over, but they beat the 49ers with maybe one guy I know.
No one. No Puka, no Cooper. I was like,
Oh,
wow.
got DeMarcus
Against
Robinson.
that
That's
defense
the guy.
too?
I know. That's what I'm saying. So I don't know. I still think it was a cool mock trade to see.
Yeah. I'm kind of wondering, not if this was a fluke, but who do they play next week? I want to see if Andy Dalton can have not like the exact same game. He had a great game, don't get me wrong, but just have it still like a manageable game next week
Panthers play the
because
Bengals. I remember seeing this because they said Andy Dalton has the chance to do the funniest thing ever and beat. He was a stud
yeah, he
for it.
was. Yeah, he was. So we'll see. We'll see how he plays next week.
I agree. I agree.
But yeah.
All right. So I saw a star bench cut. It was pretty interesting, I thought. This was sent earlier in the week before any of the games I think started, but it was Derek Carr, Sam Darnold, and Baker Mayfield. That's a tough one, honestly, right now. If you would have said this to me last year, I'd laugh, but right now, this season only.
You you know how I feel about QBs that can get a little bit jiggy and extend plays with their
Okay.
legs.
So I think I know where
It's
you're
gonna be questionable, but
I think I know
I
where you're going with this.
personally am gonna start Baker. That's me.
Okay. Okay.
I like Baker. I still like
Of
him.
this
I'm gonna
season
start
alone.
Baker. Off this season
Okay, I'm
alone.
just making sure. I'm just making sure.
I know they had that debacle. I know they had that debacle against Denver this week.
Yeah.
I'm after, yeah. So yeah, then you get off their high horse. Okay, you beat the team that beat you in the playoffs last year, whatever, it's a new season. I still like Baker. I'm still gonna
Yeah.
I'm starting with Baker.
So you mentioned.
This year, I'm benching Darnold
Okay.
and I'm cutting Carr.
That's the exact same thing I would have done, honestly, because I
Okay.
think Baker's best overall.
Yeah, me too.
I think Derek Carr is the worst. Don't get me wrong, he's balling this year.
He's balling out right now.
He is. I saw that video of him doing the Michael Jackson dance in the end zone. That made me all happy
Listen,
and stuff. But
yeah, he got fined more
he
for doing
must.
that than he got fined more than doing that than one of the guys when the oh my gosh, the Texans were playing the Bears last week. The sucker punched the guy. He got fined
No,
more
which
for
is
doing the Michael
insane.
Jackson dance.
Insane. But no, I
Ridiculous.
agree. Start Baker. Sam Darnold's doing too good right now to cut. So I would
Yeah.
bench him. But if it was all time, I'm cutting Sam Darnold, just to make that clear.
Yeah, all
But
time. Yeah, I
this
agree.
season alone,
I just want to say, well, Stan Darnold did start off 3-0 when he was on the Panthers. So we'll see.
I think he's got
As a
I
starter,
think he got a little more in the tank.
But
But
I think yeah, this is the Vikings, who are, in my opinion, are a better program and a better
yeah,
team and better management than
I
Panthers,
agree.
better coaching and everything.
Better
So,
players, much better players. Arguably the
oh,
best
100%.
player in football. So,
Yeah, and I think Thielen just got put on IR. I just heard too.
oh, for the Panthers, yeah.
So
Well,
we'll see.
I saw Thielen without his helmet. Just real quick, and then we'll go to the picks. I saw him without his helmet, and he looked like a surfer dude. I have not seen that man in a minute. He got like the
Yeah, he's
shaggy
pretty.
like hair now. It's like I was like, who is that? But listen, it's whatever. Yeah.
Shush. So
But all right, let's get into college football predictions. Yeah.
call it to me. I have some more to add to these too,
Okay.
but let's start off with these.
I only
Start
put
off
a
with
few on here just to have something this week.
these.
I
100%, 100%.
started going. So Oklahoma State ranked 20th at 23 Kansas State. Go.
I like Kansas State bouncing back against that absolute monstrosity of a game they had against BYU last week.
Yeah.
Oklahoma State, they played really, like, bro, they have the best, or coming into the season, at least the best running back in the country in Ollie
Yes.
Gordon.
Ollie Gordon.
And I heard that they got most, if not all, of their starting O line back. So these guys, they've been there, they've done that. They're veterans.
I agree.
Where I have not heard Ollie Gordon's name at all this year. I'm sorry, I
I
really
haven't
haven't.
either. Maybe I'm just not
So
following Penn State this
something's
year.
happening there. Oklahoma State, they lost to Utah. I like Kansas State bouncing back. Give me Kansas State. I see you're going with Oklahoma
Kansas State.
State.
I'm going Oklahoma State. I think that gives it a little dynamic, but I don't know. I like Ollie Gordon a ton. I know I haven't heard his name. I just like Oklahoma State's coach a lot.
And Gundy with
But
what is it, the mullet? The mullet.
the mullet,
Gundy with the
yeah.
mullet.
But
Mullet Gundy.
yeah, Gundy. But I think Oklahoma State beats them. So I don't know. Next we got 15 Louisville at 16 Notre Dame.
Louisville. Notre Dame is too inconsistent for me, honestly. It's
Louisville,
like
really?
they were losing against Miami of Ohio at one point this week.
Yeah, I know. They started off terrible, which is
Yeah,
also
I
why
think that
I go
not
Louisville.
only one, but like like a touch, averaging like I think they scored 28. Like finals was like 28 to 3 or 7. So like
Yeah.
average only scoring like a touchdown against a MAC team like per quarter and average. I give me Louisville. They've
I saw
been
something saying
not
Notre
great.
Dame's about to have one of their corners or something enter the transfer portal mid-season. So as
Yeah,
well.
give me Louisville. Give me
But
Louisville.
I'm also going Louisville here. I think it'll be a close though.
I
I
like
like
Louisville.
that.
Yeah, I think it'll be close. I think it'll be close, but I like Louisville.
Next is I think game of the week.
This
Really,
is game in the week.
it's got to
Two
be
versus four.
2 versus
Was it
4.
the
Two
fourth
Georgia, 4
week, two
Bama.
versus four? A top five matchup in the fourth week of the season.
This is also a
Now
possible
this is
SEC
what makes
championship matchup.
realignment. This is what makes realignment a little bit like kind of fun to me because you have these matchups a little bit more often.
Yeah,
But give me Jalen Milroe and Alabama at home.
really. Okay.
Give me Bama at home. Hot take. Give me Bama at
So
home. I like Bama.
listen, I love Bama as well. I really do. Which is I'm undecided about this pick going in, honestly. I want to say Bama because I love upsets, first of all.
Yeah.
Georgia's not lost a game in a minute, though.
They lost to Bama last year. I don't know. I think they lost to.
And they lost
I
to
know
Michigan
different
or whatever,
coaches,
but
different circumstances. I get it.
you know what? Give me Tide.
You're
Give me Tide. I
good.
don't like
It's at
Georgia that
home
much.
too.
It's at Bama. Yeah, that's the
At
better part
Bama.
about all this. Give me Bama.
I think did Georgia play this week or did they come off a bye?
I think it was. I want to say it was bye because I have no clue who they played, but I could just be wrong.
Did Bama play this week too? Come off a bye.
I don't remember. Regardless, I still think Bama has the more impressive win against Wisconsin.
I agree.
Um,
100%. And
even if that was 2 weeks ago, I still think I'm
yeah,
rolling
yeah,
Tide
yeah.
this week. Next is
They
a
did have a bye.
matchup:
Yeah.
19 Illinois at 9 Penn State.
You can see Illinois walking in a Happy Valley. And
Yeah. So what you got? I'm rocking with Penn State here. I still think Penn State's a great football team. I mean, I know they're ranked 9th, so clearly they're decent. But I think
yeah,
don't get me wrong, I think Illinois is still properly rated right now,
yeah.
especially after the
I
win.
agree.
But
4-0.
I'm taking Penn State.
I think this is the last time I don't know the last time these two played, but a couple years ago when these two played, it went to like 6 overtimes. I don't know if you remember that. They had to start going for like 2-point conversions at some point.
That's insane.
Give me Penn State at home. I do think Illinois there. I don't see Penn State winning by more than 3 though. I think it comes down to like
Like
the
3
last second field.
points? 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think what happened to Tampa Bay this week and like Kansas State after their win against Arizona last week, they're
Yeah.
just still in their 5 horse. Penn State, yeah, give me Penn State. Dominant win. I've never really played
I like
this
it.
week, but dominant
I like
win.
it.
Give me Penn State. Give me Penn State.
Next, we got 18 Iowa State at Houston.
Iowa State.
Agreed. I thought it would be a good
I
matchup,
don't know
but
much about either or, but Houston's been playing atrocious. Horrible.
I agree. Then we got Wisconsin at 13 USC. This is
Wisconsin,
they're
they're backed up.
there in the Big Ten.
They're backed up. Their backup cannot throw a forward pass, but I'm sorry. I watched them against the Bama game. You can't run an offense like that. USC, they bounce back. They're mad at Michigan. Give me the Trojans at home,
So,
no doubt.
I agree with the pick, but I think USC's
Yeah.
steamroll them. I think it's going to be similar to the Alabama game. I think Wisconsin's just too without a starting quarterback.
Overrated.
I don't even know who they're going
Yeah,
to
you can't.
but I think
agree.
it's USC by a million, honestly. Then we got Minnesota at 12, Michigan.
Jeez, another home. Bro, why does Michigan get like 8, like 10 home games a year? Like, what are we doing?
It's Michigan. They got all the money. I don't know. What you offer me here? Um, but no, I'm just gonna say I think unfortunately
Michigan, next question. I don't even want to talk about Michigan. Just give me next question. Michigan. Just give me Michigan. Minnesota's pretty
I
bad
want
too.
to say.
So
Then I put this on here because it's the Spartans. I think I know the direction we're both picking for it.
okay. I want to add to this pick though, but give me Ohio State. Yeah, they're not. Especially if the injuries to our wide receivers, they're not back this week. Ohio State without doubt.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Regardless,
Ohio State, 25.5 point favorites. Does Michigan State cover the spread?
no,
Did you think they lose,
think
they
so.
lose like more than 25?
I think it could be like
I think it depends on like if Ryan Day, like how far ahead will he pull? It depends how the games go. But
I think it'll be
if he's
like
up 3 touchdowns and he just knows that Michigan State can't beat him, he's just gonna pull starters.
I still think it's gonna be like I don't think we score more than a touchdown here, or maybe two, maybe even field goal. So I could see us having 10 total points or like 21, not 21, like 14. I can't see us scoring that much. I really can't. I think with the injuries we have, I do like our kicker. I trust in Kim, but I still think Ohio State.
Yeah,
Lollipop.
give me Ohio. I don't think Michigan State's gonna cover this. I don't think they'll cover the spread,
I don't think so.
unfortunately. 25.5. And I also asked about the Illinois
I
game.
think it's a little low.
Illinois, I think it's
Illinois.
Illinois, 17.5 point dogs. Do they cover? I think they cover.
Ooh, yeah.
17 and a half
I'll say
points?
yes.
What?
I'll say yes.
It's ridiculous. That's like you can see like maybe 10
I
to 17.
I think it'll be a 14-point game. I think Penn State will win.
I think it'll be a 3 point game.
You think?
I
Okay.
think so. We'll
But
see.
yeah, listen, I like it.
Yeah.
You have any more college games or moving on?
It's more about like I'm really interested in like these spreads. Like this kind of going back to what we
Okay.
were saying. Okay. Michigan 9.5 point favorites. I don't think Minnesota covers the spread. They're pretty
Nine and a
bad.
half. That's it?
That's it.
Bro,
Nine and a
what is
half.
this? What is
I don't
this?
think they cover the spread. I think Michigan wins
Oh,
more than 10 for sure.
I think they're gonna win by like at least 2 touchdowns. Truly, at least.
Okay,
If
so to
Minnesota
your point,
pulls it
so I know you
out.
picked,
If Minnesota pulls
yeah.
it off, I'm gonna be
Could
so
you
happy. Truly.
imagine? Could you imagine if
Truly.
Minnesota? No, Michigan loses like if Michigan loses like one more game to like a nobody opponent, they're out of the college football playoff race. This is what it is.
I'm okay.
Okie State. I know you picked Oklahoma State. I picked Kansas State. Kansas State's 5.5 point favorites. Do you think Oklahoma State's going to cover?
Yeah. I mean, for my pick's sake, yeah.
Yeah, no, you're tripping. I'm tripping. You're
No, I
right.
think it'll be a touchdown game though.
Touchdown. Okay, that's fair. Louisville, 5.5 point dogs. So I think they're going to cover. We both obviously think they'll cover because they're gonna. We both predicted them winning.
Five and
So
a half.
5.5 points.
Okay. I
I
like that.
think so.
That's
Mhm.
fair. I think it's either
That's
gonna be a
fair.
touchdown or field goal. I think it's gonna be really close.
Yeah. Oh, another game I wanted to mention, add to this one. Washington State and Boise State. Washington State 4-0. Boise State 2-1,
Okay.
but ranked number 25. In my opinion, top three group of four team now. Um, they almost beat Oregon. Remember that a few weeks ago, early in the season. They almost beat Oregon. They have Gene T, I believe his last name is that running back, that dog of a running back who scored that 6 touchdowns that first week.
Something like that. Some crazy number.
Something like that.
That's insane.
Washington it's at Boise State. Washington State 4-0. They are 6.5 point dogs. I think they cover. I think they win.
I
But
got
I think Boise State will be the group of four. They will represent the group of four in the playoff this year, though.
I saw
Either them or James.
I think Boise and a
Them or-
whole bunch of other teams are gonna join the Pac-12. Not next year,
Oh
but
yeah, they are. They are. They are. Yeah, like them, Colorado
I think
State,
that's
Fresno
gonna be
State,
really claim to fame.
Utah State.
I think Boise's gonna be the best team there. And I like Boise, so I'm gonna ride with them.
You're gonna ride with Boise. Okay, I'm going Washington State. I think this is a hot take. We'll see. But
You're going to
yeah,
Washington
Washington
State?
State. I'm going Washington State over Boise State.
Okay, that's fair. Shall we get into the NFL?
Good NFL, yeah.
Thursday night football. It's Cowboys at New York Giants.
what are your takes on this, Zach? Because I've heard from a Giants fan who I run track with here that the Cowboys haven't beaten them in like the past eight like times. Like eight. That's like 4 years.
Yeah, yeah,
Is that true?
yeah.
Been a minute.
It's been a while actually, and I think it's gonna go to 9 because I think the Cowboys win this one.
I think Cowboys win.
Um,
I think
may-
Cowboys win
Maybe
convincingly,
later in the
unfortunately.
season, look at the other win, but I think I'm gonna unfortunately say the
It's
Cowboys.
at New York. Yeah, Cowboys win.
It doesn't matter where it is. Cowboys live
You're
rent.
right. You're right. Cowboys win.
Um, Bengals Panthers.
Why is this like why am I thinking about this?
I don't know actually, because you know what? I'm saying Bengals with T. Higgins back offensively. I think that
Oh, he's back.
he's back. He played last week. He got me like 8 fantasy points or something like that. But I think the Bengals are going to get their groove. They have to
The
get their
defense
groove.
is
They want to be
horrible.
serious,
They
especially.
have to.
But I'm going
Yeah.
Bengals. It's
I
going to be
think
close though.
I
I
think
think.
Andy Dalton he had a great week. I think he deserved everything that he did this week.
Yeah.
I think Joe Burrow, he bounces back. They get T. Higgins. Like you said, they already have him back. T. Higgins back. I think he threw two to Jamar last night. Yeah, I'll go Bengals. I'll go Bengals. I'll go
All right.
Bengals.
Next is Saints at Falcons. This will be a good game, I think. Honestly.
I think this will be a great game. This will be a great game.
Um,
Which Saints team is going to come out and play? That's the
which
thing.
Falcons team is going to be there? Because they're kind of riding hot right now, aren't they?
They
And then
are. They should beat
play.
KC. They should beat KC.
I think this could go either way. I think it's gonna be a close one. I really do.
This could go either way, bro. This literally could go either way. I want to say the Saints, but something is telling me, dude, Falcons, bro.
You know what? I'm gonna ride
Who
with
are you
Big
picking?
Joe.
You said what?
I'm riding with Big.
Yeah, I got a
I think
Kurt.
it'll improve. I think Bijan's gonna have a nice little day. However, I don't think they win by. I think it's gonna be come down to the wire. I truly do. I think it's gonna be like a 24-21 final game or something.
I think it's gonna come down to like a last and second field goals. Young Hoku wins it for the Falcons. Give me the
Exactly.
Falcons. Give
You
me the
think Falcons?
Falcons.
I like it.
Ah, that might come and bite me back in the butt. I'm not gonna lie. No, let's back to that. We'll get back to that. Jags look absolutely horrendous. I'm not gonna lie. And they're gonna keep looking horrendous. All right. 40, what? This is about 40 dropped on them last night. Yeah, Texans. They're gonna bounce back.
I
Texans.
don't think
Jags
I
look
think the Jags
horrible.
are a place of disaster right now. And I think I saw some memes earlier that said, who would have thought a different Lawrence would be the best pick from that 2017 draft class? And that is Dexter Lawrence, sexy Dexy for the Giants, who's like the #1 graded defensive tackle in the league.
He's a dog. Yeah. Yeah, give me the Texans for sure.
Also, he was on that Clemson team, which makes it a little funnier too. But I think
He was
Texans.
on when Trevor Lawrence played there, he was on there as well.
Huh? Yeah, yeah, they were there at the same time.
Uh,
So
yeah. Yeah,
I,
give me. I don't trust the Jaguar. They look atrocious. This is really
I agree.
bad.
I agree. Next up, we got Broncos and Jets.
I like the way the Jets have been looking. They have a nice duo with that running back, Brees Hall and Braylon Allen.
I
That's
agree.
kind of like it's like an off-brand Montgomery. Not even Montgomery and Gibbs, probably a bad analogy, but that type of a little bit more of a heavy hitter and more of a
I think
fluid.
it's hard to say because I think they have similar play styles. I really do, but I think the way it's working right now for them, I think the Jets are looking really good.
Yeah, give me the
I don't
Jets.
think I picked the Jets last week, ironically, but
We
um,
didn't. We picked the Patriots. We both picked the Patriots. That was a mistake. Give me the Jets. I'm not making that mistake again.
doesn't hurt us. The Vikings Packers. I'm just gonna come out and say I think Sam Darnold's gonna ball again. So I'm gonna pick the Vikings in that case. But
Yeah, give me Vikings. Until Jordan Love gets back, it's hard to pick. Unless they're going against a horrible
I
team,
don't
it's hard to
know.
pick.
Malik Willis is playing great right now. He
Yes.
really not great enough to.
It's at home.
It's at Packers.
I'll
You
come
just
back. Go. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
you don't want Packs?
I might have to go back. They're on a roll. Wait, who they? Man, what was Malik Will? What was his stats last week?
Um,
I'm about to search it up. Maybe the Titans. I mean, it's the Titans, but still.
But he was 13
13?
for 19,
Wow.
202.
Yeah, 202 yards on 13 passing.
Yeah.
13 out of 19 passing, no one touchdowns, no interceptions. And he rushed for like 74 yards too.
And that Colts game, which was the one prior, he had an 85.7 completion percentage, 122 yards, and one touchdown. So
Malik Willis and Sam Darnold's mean streak. Give me the Packers.
okay, I like it.
Give me the
I hope you're wrong.
Packers.
I really do.
Give me the Packers.
Record here. Steelers Colts. What you think? You think the Steelers ride undefeated?
No, Anthony Richardson is like
He shit the
he's
bed.
making me worried a little bit. He's making me worried a little bit.
A little bit,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna lie.
That
Like
was
I'm a little worried on. But there's no way Steelers find another way to. They do.
their
Give me
defense
the
is so
Steelers.
good.
The defense is good, and their offense is like just like bearable to just win these games. Give me the Steelers.
Okay.
I'm gonna ride with the high horse.
I
The
agree here.
Colts. I mean, I hope the Colts win for the sake of my fantasy football and AR-15 balls out, but we'll see.
Yeah. I agree. Honestly, I think Najee's gonna have if he plays, because I know he's questionable right now, but if he
Yeah,
plays, I think Najee's due for a game that he
he is.
RB1 still because he's kind of had a little slump lately. And I think he comes out though this game. You see a nice little performance.
Yeah.
And Justin Fields maybe will earn the starting spot full time. We'll see.
See, if he wins this week, he should.
Yeah, I agree. But we'll see what they do over there.
Already has the key. Rams, Bears.
Bears. This is a tough one for me. It really is. With the amount of injuries the Rams have and the performance from Caleb Williams lately, I don't know.
This is like a tall, like this is like a coin flip, honestly, for me. Who are you thinking?
I'm thinking Bears, honestly. I think Caleb's gonna find a little
All right,
groove.
you picking Bears? I'll go Rams then. I'll go Rams.
Okay. I only say that because I'm hoping Keenan plays this game too.
Yeah, I had Odunze on my bench last week, so that hurt. He scored like he had like 24
All right.
points. What is that?
His first touchdown?
Yeah, first touchdown.
There you go. Huh. Sucks it was on your bench, but
You
um
know, Eagles at Bucks, a rematch of the divisional last year.
I don't remember. I'm not gonna lie.
I think it was.
That sounds right. I really don't, I just don't remember.
I forgot which what is the first game that like the it was the same round where we beat the Rams that they beat the Eagles beat the Bucks beat the Eagles. I don't know if that's the divisional.
I think it was divisional. I forget
Okay,
though.
yeah.
I
You
don't know
matched
why
the divisional.
so. But
AJ Brown. Oh, AJ Brown is still is questionable, but he's on my fantasy team. I know that. AJ Brown is questionable,
not the play?
and Devontae has a concussion.
Yep.
Bucks bounce back. Give me the Buccaneers.
So I'm in a little pickle here, honestly. Because listen,
But they have no Vita. Like, it's like they have no like their defense is kind of hurt right now. The Bucks, low key.
and I
Like
think
there's no Vita
Saquon
Vea.
alone is an issue.
Can't see
I think
Winfield.
with
Yeah, he's a.
if AJ doesn't play, and if obviously Demonte is not going to play with a concussion,
Yeah.
see a Jahan Dotson masterclass here, right? Because he's there now. I'm gonna go Eagles.
Okay. I think this. Oh, that's a good point. I'm gonna stick with Bucks. I'm gonna stick with Bucks. I think they bounce back. They figure it out. They figure it out.
Patriots 49ers.
49ers, Patriots are awful.
I
Patriots are awful.
I think
Patriots are
I
awful.
think they're gonna find their little groove here. Really. Um,
Yeah, it'll start. Maybe.
yeah, they better. It's the Panthers. um, or Patriots, sorry. Commanders, Cardinals. Both teams look pretty good. I mean, the Cardinals came out with a loss, but
They're on a hot. Yeah. I mean, they're both not on the hot, but they both, yeah. It's like, do I ride with the team who's on the high horse, or do I think the Cards are gonna bounce?
I'm gonna pick the Commanders because for the sake of my fantasy team, I need another Terry McLaurin game. I really do. But I think Jaden Daniels is gonna be the best quarterback of this draft.
Oh, 100%. In my opinion, he's leading rookie of the year.
Yeah. I mean, I thought that going in, and I wanted the Giants to pick him. My opinion doesn't matter in that organization. So
You should, bro. You're better than them. They can't do anything.
Well, I'm riding the Lions wave right now, and I'm happy to. Really am.
Um, the Cards,
I think
they're
it'll be a
they're
close
they're
game. Let me put that out
secondary.
there, though.
I think it's gonna be close. No, no more than touchdown, in my opinion. The Cards secondary is kind of skeptical.
Yeah.
Kyler,
But you got Buda Baker on defense. Is Marvin
Cards,
Harrison and James Conner going to be enough for the
Cards.
Commanders defense?
I'm going to go the Arizona Cardinals.
I like it. So the Chargers are without Derwin James, just for reference for this game,
Chiefs,
as he was suspended.
Chargers are still, yeah, no Duran James. Hubbard, I mean, sorry, Herbert is still like not 100%. It's the Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs.
Fortunately,
Ugh.
fortunately, I agree. Um, we'll see how close this game actually is, but um, Browns Raiders.
Raiders look awful. Raiders bounce back though. Give me the Raiders.
I agree.
They're kind of skeptical with their QB. The Browns, it's
After they
also
just
the
lost to the
Giants.
Giants, I'm not taking them for anything.
I can't do it.
Um,
Bills Ravens is going to be a great game.
yes, I agree. This is
Bills Ravens is going to be
Sunday Night Football right there.
an amazing game, Zach.
Yeah, I want to ride. Honestly, this is a tough one. It really is. The Ravens have better all-around talent, I think.
The Bills are going to roll.
Bills are could never count them out, I guess.
It's
Apparently, I
at home. So give me Ravens. Give me Ravens. I'll take Ravens. Yeah, I'll take Ravens.
think I'm gonna have to agree with this one. I mean, Lamar's pissed. I saw some video of I don't know who's
Oh
on
yeah, oh yeah. Marlon Humphrey on the IG
like
live. I
why
saw
are you
that.
celebrating? He was mad.
Yeah, he was mad. He wasn't proud.
I'm gonna rock with the Ravens as well. Then we get into Monday Night Football here. Two games, which should never have. The Monday Night Football should be one game. I
I
think the
agree.
thing ever. Titans Dolphins. This is going to be a terrible game. Honestly, both teams suck right now. What you thinking? Can I pick no team? Is that an option?
I wish. Their offenses are struggling. Their offenses are struggling, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
That I forgot who it was. I think like Tim Boyle or some like guy I haven't heard in a
Oh,
minute. Boyle.
well,
Boyle is like the Dolphins starting QB right now.
I agree.
And
It's gonna be
I
rough.
just feel like, to me personally, I feel like the Titans defense, who actually has been playing pretty good this year, the Titans defense, they hold the Dolphins. I like, just for the sake, I think this is too, and it shouldn't, I think just because of the quarterback play with Tim Boyle starting at QB,
I think this is gonna be
he couldn't get Tyreek the ball.
Zach.
The Seahawks put on a master class on how to just to lock Tyreek up without Tua. And I think that the Titans do the exact same thing. I until Tua or they sign someone at the deadline
Ryan Tannehill's
who give
available.
it to Tyreek
Go pick up
is
Ryan Tannehill. But
yeah,
I disagree with you on this one. I think the Dolphins are they're gonna get in a little groove. They had a little hiccup with two, obviously, but I
yeah.
think gonna I think they're gonna figure something out to work. Um,
Give me Titans.
I like
Yeah,
a
I'll take Titans.
I like a
I think a
change.
little interesting. A little interesting.
Give me Dolphins. So then we got the prime time game. I'm excited for this
Real
one.
Monday Night Football game.
Real Monday, yes. The other one's like
Jake
a
Bates.
kindergarten version.
Jake Bates kicks a 50-yard field goal after we don't convert on third down to win the
Field
game.
goals.
Give me the Lions.
You don't
Give
kick
me
field
the Lions 31-28 Detroit.
31-28. Okay.
I think this
Ah,
is our first high score. I think this is our first high scoring game of the season. Oh, they had some good defense though. They have a good defense. Secondary with Spoon and
yes.
uh Spoon and
Thinking of.
Woolen.
Oh, Tariq Woolen. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think the
I like
Lions
him.
also. I think score wise, I'm not sure. I'm thinking it's gonna be really close though. I was honestly gonna say 31-28, but you kind of took that, so I'm not gonna say that. um, I think we see a Jameer Gibbs touchdown, an Amon-Ra touchdown. Laporta, I don't think is playing, which I want to talk about this. Laporta's not playing, and I don't think Frank Ragnow is playing either. Um,
He need to sit. I don't want to see Ragnar until after the bye.
Yeah, he needs a little. Well, we got a week 5 bye, right? So he
Yeah,
needs.
we're the first like round of buys, which right now
Slowly,
actually
but
isn't horrible. And at first coming into the season, I didn't like it, but right now in the situation we're in, all these injuries, I like
yeah,
it.
I agree. I think we're gonna. I meant to talk on this earlier when we were talking about the Lions, but we picked up Tim Patrick, who I like. He was a Denver Broncos wide receiver. I thought he did a great job there. He got paid, and then they cut him because
Yeah,
he's hurt. But I think so. I think we see a Gibbs touchdown. I think we see an Amon Ra touchdown, a David Montgomery touchdown, and I want to even say I'm going to be crazy and say 4 offensive touchdowns here because I think Tim Patrick might get his first one, or it'll be our backup tight end. I'm blanking on his
Brock
name.
right.
Brock Wright. So I give me Lions. Give me 35 to. I'm gonna stick with the 28 though. I just think we score a little more though.
Yeah, I
Yep.
like Jake Bates legacy field goal.
Hey, I'm okay with
Are you
that.
rocking with the Jets? Earlier, I didn't see you put anything for the Jets for yours. You rocking with the Jets with the Broncos, right?
Oh yeah, I'm picking Jets still.
Okay. I was making sure we had everything right. All right, cool.
That's yeah, that's our picks though for this week.
Yeah, we have okay. Let's see how many lists. Last week we had like only
Last
one
week we only had
different
one
thing.
different.
Yeah, this week we had okay. I said Pack, you said Vikings. That's one. I said Rams, you said Bears. That's two. I said Bucks, you said Eagles. That's three. I said Cards, you said Commanders. That's four.
Count 6 different
I
ones.
said yeah. I said Titans. You said Dolphins. So five. So this week we'll see. This will be interesting. You need to get your get back, Zach. You're below 500 right now. It's not looking good.
I am 5. No, it's 6.
It's six. What did I just
No,
miss?
my bad. I miscounted the Bengals one. We both got.
Okay. Yeah, we both said
It's
Bengals.
5 though. So definitely
Okay.
for someone to climb the rankings or you to keep your down.
Or extend the lead.
Um,
Climb the rankings or extend the lead. We'll see.
yeah, it'll be close. But without a further ado, I think that concludes our episode 2.
Dose. It was a great episode. I think it was a
What?
wonderful episode. There's a lot to talk about. It was a great. This was like a hectic week in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like both NFL and college. Just a lot of upsets, a lot of things you didn't expect to happen.
I mean,
People did
upset
really
week was
good.
last
Other
week.
people did really bad.
I think
Bad.
upset week was last week for college football. We had a whole bunch then. But or
We did.
NFL too, honestly. But
Yeah, so we'll see
bigger
how the
upset.
college football goes this week. I'm
I
really
think
looking forward to that Georgia Bama game, bro.
yeah. No, I'm gonna watch that one for sure. I'm gonna find out what time that is actually, but that is the if I only watch one football game outside of the Michigan State one, I want to watch that Georgia Bama game because I think that's gonna be top tier football, honestly.
Oh
And
yeah,
I
100%.
hope
That's gonna be a
Bama
great game.
I hope Bama pulls it out. I really do.
Me too. I really do. Oh, damn, it doesn't. We'll see. Only time will tell.
Yep. So um thank you guys for watching this episode. If you made it this far, we appreciate it. Leave
Table Talk episode 2.
your
See you
comments.
next week, guys.
Oh,
Let us
know
know
what
your
you're
thoughts.
at.
Let us know your thoughts,
But
please, in the comment section. Let us know what you guys are thinking. We want to hear your picks too,
yeah,
and how horrible they're gonna be.
yeah. Let us know where we messed up on our picks and um we'll have a look
I feel
out.
like I feel like this week I was very like there's a lot of games like I feel like I was just like
It's a
F
close
it,
one,
like screw it.
but
But
yeah.
you never know. So
Never
we'll
know.
see.
So thank you guys again. We'll see you next episode.
Peace.